River Road, you got me running way back home. River Road, you got me running all night long. You got me singing some canal boat song. River Road, you got me running all night long.
All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Niner Nuts. We took actual Super Monday off, but we're recording on Super Tuesday. We know you're listening on Wednesday. We have had Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara, and the result was the one that I will admit I was very afraid was going to happen, but prayed with Ryan didn't happen, and it did. We saw the Seahawks win in our backyard to a score of that was the wrong one, and here we go. 29-13. We saw the Seahawks win over the Pats. We are here to break all this down. Eric, along with Ryan, still no James today, but before I pull up the nerdy numbers, just Ryan, this is your team. You know how we feel, how ecstatic we are that the Seahawks won. How are you holding up? We gave you an extra day to rest. How are you feeling?
I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. I had a moment of madness yesterday where I woke up and I was like, no, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. That was just a nightmare. That was just a bad dream. Like, Super Bowl's still this Sunday. Like, no, it didn't happen. And then I hopped on Instagram and was instantly reminded.
Man, well, trust me, I would have loved to have seen you win over, like I said, the enemy, if my enemy is my friend, same as it was 11 years ago, but alas, that is not what happened. Bear with me as I do my last nerdy numbers for 2025/26. I'll start with your Patriots. Drake May had a little bit of a rough day. He did almost hit 300 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, but 2 interceptions and a costly fumble. Nothing could get going on the ground. Henderson and Stevenson, they had, oh my gosh, is that even 50 yards combined? No, 23 and 19 yards. Drake May tried to run, probably not enough, some people would say, but 5 carries, 37 yards. Matt Collins, he almost had the longest touchdown, which would have made me mad because I would have kicked myself because I almost bet him to have the longest touchdown of the game, but then it ended up being the Seahawks defense. But he led the team with 78 receiving yards and a tutty. And then Ramondre Stevenson did find the end zone as a receiver. So at least he was able to do that since he was limited on the ground. And then on defense, I mean, I'm not reading all these numbers, but I will, Ryan, I have to give a shout out to, where is he? Christian Gonzalez, his three pass breakups, and I think he only allowed JSN 1 catch when he was lined up against him. He had a phenomenal game. Christian is a shutdown corner in every sense of the word.
There really could be an argument for him to be MVP, even though they lost. I mean, it's happened once before when Chuck Howley won it in Super Bowl 5, I believe. The Baltimore Colts lost to the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys lost to the Baltimore Colts. Chuck Howley was MVP, even though he lost.
Wow.
You really could have made an argument. Same for Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know who was going to be MVP out of this game. Like, speaking of defense, Christian,
we didn't either. buddy of mine was we were trying to make the argument for the Seattle kicker.
I mean, he scored all but 7 of the. He scored all but 6 of their points. So,
Right.
I mean, you can make the argument. But speaking of Seattle, their team, Sam Darnold, he didn't turn the ball over, and that's about it. He had 202 passing yards, one very late touchdown to Barner, I think's his name. AJ Barner, IU alumni. And then what really carried this team, though, obviously the defense, but in the offensive side, Kenneth Walker, the MVP, 135 rushing yards, and then he also had 26 receiving yards. Managed to not find the end zone, though, because his one end zone trip was called back for a flag or for a holding. But then Cooper Kupp actually led the team. JSN, as we all saw, he left the field for concussion protocol for a little bit and only ended up coming back. He had 4 catches for only 27 yards, the offensive player of the year. But the real heroes for Seattle, all 11 men that were on defense and rotating in and out. These guys just 2 interceptions. Nwosu, I thought Nwosu was going to be the MVP with that pick 6. Jordan Love had a pick. And then the fumble recovery. Where is that on here? I don't know where the fumble recovery is. But they had a fumble recovery too. That was crazy. Is there a bigger story to come out of this game than just we saw Seattle's defense kick our teeth in twice as Niners fans, and they didn't really hold up that well against the Rams, but they squeaked it out. But then they looked like the team that demolished us against New England. Is that the biggest story to come out of this?
Yeah, I think so. My biggest thing is I think this game really showed how young and inexperienced New England is. It showed. Drake May absolutely looked like a second-year quarterback. That offensive line, Will Campbell is, I love you, Will, but you are public enemy number 1.
Eric, did you see the picture of this boy, by the way?
Yeah.
He looks 20. Like when I saw that and I was texting Ryan about it, just between us, I was like, dear God, this literal kid was thrown into the fire dealing with a lingering knee injury. And just, I wanted to give him a hug. I felt so bad for him.
Oh, so did I.
A hug around the throat, maybe, Ryan?
No, I'm not that mad at him. He's a rookie. He's, he seems like a nice kid, but I put this loss all on his shoulders because he was getting thrown around like a rag doll.
Yeah. The crux of the problem for this whole game was just that New England had absolutely no answer for Seattle's front 4, and we talked about it on the pod before the Super Bowl. Is that was going to be one of the keys to the game, was stopping Seattle's front 4 and slowing them down, and they just didn't have any sort of answer for it. And when you can allow their front 4 to rush and dominate and get pressure, and just allow that back 7 to play coverage the whole time, there's nothing that you can do against that. There's nowhere to throw the ball. And I mean, that's what Drake May was running into a lot back there, was just he's standing back there, nowhere to go with the ball. And then eventually the pressure gets home. So, I mean,
sprinkle in some stunted blitzes too, like 5 people stopping the 4 because you have to double at least one of them. So screw it, send in the 5th guy for a blitz, and that worked way more often than it didn't.
Yep. And so they just had a really good defensive plan, and their scheme worked really to perfection in this game. And it was just something to witness and see, to be honest. And I mean, the reality was that it was still a 9-0 game at the half. So, I mean, while it looked rather bleak, it was still, I mean, Ryan, did you go into halftime thinking maybe there's some adjustments that Vrabel could make and that they could somehow turn it around in the second half and come out and because they got the ball to start the second half, right? So, I mean, did you think that they could come out and put some points on the board and do something or did you, or were you completely done with it by the halftime?
No, halftime I was really optimistic. I spoke about it last time I was on. We're a second half team. So I thought, let's get Bad Bunny out there, let him do his thing, and then, come out and make some adjustments. And we just didn't. I didn't see any adjustments that we made. I don't know. I thought for sure that McDaniels would dial up a couple of screens, a couple of quick passes, get the ball out of Drake's hands a lot faster because of that rush, because of that blitz. But we just, I don't know. I'm not in the locker room, so I don't have all the answers.
I think that Seattle secondary was just that sticky.
There
was not a flaw on that defense. I agree with you that Josh McDaniels, when he's not a head coach, he is one of the smartest assistant coaches that you could ask for, especially no duh on offense. And now he's the reigning assistant coach of the year for a reason.
Mm.
But I don't know. Call me a Seattle. I don't know. Having seen quite a bit of Seattle, I wonder if even Josh was caught off guard by just how sticky that secondary was. And it was a perfect complement of pass rush and the athleticism on the back end it just worked.
Yeah. And what really kills me about the game is our defense was fantastic.
It was.
Our defense couldn't have played better. I know Kenneth Walker popped off for a couple of runs, but overall, just by the time he did pop off on those runs, we were gassed. We were exhausted because the offense was 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. I thought for sure that Vrabel would go for it on a couple of fourth downs, especially one. We were on our own 46-yard line or something, and we punted from midfield. And I'm like, what are you doing? I was sitting there and I was like, what? Why wouldn't just go for it?
Yeah, I was really impressed in the first half. Really through the first three quarters with New England's defense. They really held up very well against Seattle's offense. They were slowing them down. And like you said, outside of Walker kind of popping a little run here every now and then, they weren't really able to do anything and get anything going. And every time they got down into the red zone or within scoring range, you guys were able to hold them to field goals and keep the dream alive per se. Even though things looked just bleak for you on offense. And it was just I think even Collinsworth mentioned it, that, this game was going to have to be won by a defensive touchdown or something like that, because you guys weren't putting up any points on offense. But, it was a great performance on defense by the Patriots as well. But to your point, Ryan, you can't sit there and go 3 and out, 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 and expect your defense to continue to just hold up. And I think eventually by the fourth quarter, it was just over. They were just done and tired and gassed, and it was a wrap. And Seattle was finally able to break through with a couple of big plays and get the final score on the board, and it was over. Unfortunately, once they got that touchdown, that was a wrap. So
yeah, there was no complimentary football from New England, but I do want to, I was lauding Christian Gonzalez earlier. Sure, we can read into how hard were they trying, come the fourth quarter, but 19 for 38, 202 yards.
Yeah.
The only thing that's not in here is you only got him down one time, but he threw, I can count probably at least 4 passes that easily, if Lady Luck just flicked the ball just a little bit to the side, it would have been at least 3 picks.
Oh, especially in the first quarter.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the opening drive alone, he threw 3 passes that should have been picked.
I swear his first quarter stats, I swear, was 1 for 7 or 2 for 7. Sam Darnold couldn't hit the side of a barn to start the game.
No, and I was really optimistic about that. I was like, all right, and I thought at some point throughout the game, we were going to get a pick and give the offense a short field to work with. Because, maybe that would make it easier or have, not have to go so far. But it just didn't happen.
Yeah,
Seattle's the only team to win the Super Bowl without committing any turnovers.
Yeah, you guys kept losing the battle of field position too, Ryan. That's a good point that you make out. It's like, you guys would hold them, but then they would punt it, and then you had the ball like inside of your 20 or something like that. And then you guys would go either 3 and out, or maybe you would get lucky and get 1 first down, but then you'd punt it back, and then they would still be on like their 30 now this time, and then they would move it down a little bit closer, and then you'd hold them again, but then they'd punt it, and now you're inside your 10, and then you just kind of kept going. You kept going backwards every time that you held them, and you never were able to push them back the other way. And eventually they would just get close enough that it was like, oh, easy Jason Myers field goal time, boop, field goal. And then you'd reset, and then same thing would happen again. It was just boop, 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 until they got close enough for a field goal again, and then boop, field goal, and then back and reset. And that was like how the whole first half went.
I was very impressed with Seattle's punter, how many times he didn't just get behind the 20, but behind the 10 and a couple times behind the 5. Like, oh my God.
He put on a clinic.
And your returner had more opportunities. He took more opportunities than Rashid Shaheed did. And I thought he was going to pop off on like at least one of them. So
I think
he at least had the wherewithal to like, okay, momentum's clearly not on our side. I got to try something.
One of them was One of them was called back because of a block in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But your special teams,
we just shoved a guy.
your special teams ace, I forget his name. But no, you have a special teams gunner that held Rashid Shaheed in check. So thank God he didn't pop off a touchdown like he did against us.
I was watching it. I was like, damn, Matthew Slater came back.
Right. Mr. 12 Pro Bowls in a row as a special teamer.
Yeah. I love Matthew Slater.
So, I mean, it was for all of the defense that was played. I mean, not many people like a real defensive battle of a football game, but I mean, like the first half was entertaining to watch if you like that sort of stuff, except for the fact that like New England could just do nothing on offense was the problem. It was like they couldn't even do anything like a little bit complimentary. It was just like they got the ball, 3 and out, punt back to the Seahawks, and then the Seahawks would sort of meander up the field a little bit, then either maybe punt or maybe kick a field goal, and then New England get the ball back, 3 and out, punt, and then Seahawks. It was just like the same thing, but there was just never any sense that after the first, going into halftime, it was just like, what is New England going to do to win this game? Because they have no answers for anything that Seattle is doing right now. And you just had to hope that they were going to make some adjustments. And, they just didn't. I don't know that Seattle changed anything that they were doing.
They didn't have to.
Yeah. But whatever New England changed and tried to do, it didn't help.
No. I'm seeing. Oh, I was just gonna say I see 2 really telling stats here. I switched it to the team stats. These 2 really sum up the game. Both teams clearly struggled, as you can see by the third down efficiency. Seattle was 4 for 16, and New England was 6 for 15. But when you see this stat, 9 rushing first downs to 2 rushing first downs, Seattle versus New England, that definitely counters the third down efficiency highlights how good each defense was, but you control the clock when you control the run. And rushing first down, Seattle had 9 to New England 2. I just thought that'd be a fun tidbit to throw out there.
Yeah, thanks.
No, what were you gonna say?
I mean, Eric was talking about doing everything that we could. My dad and I even played our parts. We both changed our shirts 3 times.
Oh my God.
I started wearing this, and it wasn't going well. So at half, I changed it to another one that I have. Wasn't working. So I went up and I pulled out my old Gronk jersey that I've had for 12 years.
Oh, there you go.
And then we finally scored a touchdown right after I put that on. So, when my little sister tells me you don't matter, I kind of matter a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. If only you would have put the Grunk jersey on before the half, maybe things would have been different.
I should have started with that because I wore that during 51.
You're leaving.
And I should have known better.
You're also leaving out that you're just kind of numb to that because she tells you that every day, though, right?
Yeah, right. I get a text every morning from her.
Morning, bro. You don't matter. Love you.
It's not even morning, bro. It's just straight up. You don't matter.
What are siblings?
She's a mortician too, so I just know that she's doing it to boost her career.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
I'm like, you just want to work on my corpse, don't you?
I mean, would you trust your body with anyone else?
No. I straight up told her when she graduated, I was like, you're doing my body.
So, but I mean, Seattle deserved to win the game. I mean, in the end of everything, with how it played out, Seattle deserved to win. They were clearly, unfortunately, Ryan, they were the better team on this night. I don't think that they were necessarily, worlds better offensively. I think if you could kind of replay the game somehow and maybe take the defenses off the field or something like that in some wacky way and just play the offenses, I think that, both teams would match up pretty solidly. I don't think that the Seattle offense was that much better, but the Seattle defense was just worlds above anything that your offense was ready to be capable of dealing with. And unfortunately that just took them completely out of the game and they took over. And so that was the end of it. And
I am kind of surprised that the MVP was an offensive player.
Oh yeah, me too. I mean,
but having said that, the defense was so dominant overall as a unit that not one player stood out on the defense.
Yeah.
So I understand why an offensive player got it. But
you can't pin it on one person, because you can't say just Witherspoon is why. You can't say just Williams or whoever they got is it Williams on the line that they got from the Giants? You can't put it.
DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah, the old cowboy. You can't say it was just either of them. You can't say it was just Kobe Bryant. You can't say it was just
Reek Woolen, your guy.
Yeah. Well, no, who was going to say it was Reek? No, it was a true team effort on that side of the ball, and really just all around, with how good the punter was pinning the ball back, with how insane that defense was snuffing out your offense. Honestly, Sam kind of didn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, he still almost threw the game away in the first half, but I mean, it didn't really matter, and he never actually technically did turn it over. So
no, I'm pretty sure if I played quarterback for Seattle, we would have won that game. We still would have won. My fat ass out there.
Yeah, I mean, I like your point, Ryan, that the kicker should have been MVP.
Yeah, hey, you score that many points, come on, man.
Yeah,
dude. What do you, I think I might have closed it already. I was gonna. No, I did not. I need to see what his stats were. He was kicking 5 for 5, long of 41, 2 extra points.
Yeah.
When you score all but 6 of the points, I mean, there's a pretty damn good case for it if they really wanted to press it.
I would have. If I wasn't blind with rage, I would have voted.
I mean, there was talk that like if we pulled out our win, Juwan Jennings would have gotten the MVP 2 Super Bowls ago. And really, like, yeah, he made some catches, but like it would have just been for the trick touchdown pass.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because Purdy wasn't really doing much.
I don't know who would have. I mean, I can't. It's been a while. I'd have to sit and think about it. But like, I mean, weirder things have happened. Malcolm Butler, or not Butler. Who was the?
Malcolm Smith.
Yes, thank you. He was He was MVP just for happening to be the person that caught the pick six that Manning threw. Back when they won their last Super Bowl.
He also had a forced fumble and a fumble recovery, though.
Oh, okay. All I remember is the pick six, though.
Right. That's all anybody remembers, but he was dominant in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he didn't do squat with us when we had him for like a couple years.
No, I think he was out of the league in like 3 seasons.
Yeah, including a pit stop with us for a minute.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, welcome to the off season with the rest of us now, Ryan.
Yeah. No,
hey,
we feel your pain, man. We have to live with knowing this happened in our backyard. So, I mean, yes, you were the team that lost, but we're there with you. That's what I'm trying to pretend is equivalent.
Well, like I mentioned last week, this season lasted a lot longer than I thought it would. So I'm just, I was happy to be there. Disappointed how it worked, but I mean, the season just exceeded all my expectations as a fan. Even as I don't like to think that I'm a delusional Patriots fan who's like, oh, we got 6 rings, so we're going to win it every year, whatever. But going in, I think I mentioned I would have been happy with 8 wins.
Yeah.
Super Bowl playoffs never even crossed my mind.
Yeah. Well, so, I want to talk about like fallout after we take a little moment here. We're at a good point. We have to give a little shout out to one of our sponsors here very, very quickly. And again, just brace your ears. Yes, one of our sponsors is the Columbus Lions of the AAL. They are kicking off their season here right before I go on maternity leave, funny enough. So maybe it'll be a little tricky for me to at least catch this first part of the season. But we are going to have coverage of the AAL here on the Shady Sports Network. All the shows you can see on the YouTube channel. And we have a new Shady Sports Network website that will be in the show notes going forward. So you can check out all the content there and obviously our YouTube channel. But here, the Columbus Lions, you can go to columbuslions.com, get tickets, check out suites. Again, check out the schedule, start following them on socials. We are very thankful for them being a part of the show and a part of the Shady Sports family. Good luck this season. We will be rooting for you, and thank you again for being a sponsor of the show. Gentlemen, continuing on with what I was wanting to guide it to, and what you were basically starting to, you kind of brought into my head, how does the forecast look going forward? Like, we were talking a little bit, Ryan, off mic, but I think there is a lot of reason for optimism for Patriots fans going forward, because like you said at the very top, your team is really, really young. And I don't know what your actual cap number is, but I can't imagine that you have a cap problem this year.
No, I think we have the opposite of a cap problem, actually. I think we have a lot of room to maneuver.
You have players that owe you money.
Yeah, right. I think I texted you Sunday night that a lot of players are going to want to play for Vrabel. And a lot of them are going to want to play for Drake May.
Yeah.
And whether you like it or not, you got to admit, Patriots are a little bit likable, more likable now than we've been in the past. Because we're not being run by, Grumpy McGrumpface anymore.
We are 6 years now removed from the last year of the evil empire. I think that is enough time, and with what just happened on Sunday, it could be the first chapter of a new generation of like post evil empire Patriots. I completely agree.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's the start of another dynasty. Like, let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
No, of course you have to do what the Chiefs did over the next 5 years to do that. But yes, this new chapter, it's honestly kind of exciting to see. Like, I'm part of that crowd of like, oh my god, of course the Chiefs are out of the playoffs, and then New England shows up not only in the playoffs, but of course they get to the damn Super Bowl. Like, some things change and some things never do. Like,
I just want to point it out, having sat through the Chiefs dynasty, I totally understand.
Oh, we were directly
understand.
We were directly in their way two of those times. So yeah, no, welcome to the club on that too.
Yeah, I mean, say what you want about the evil empire or dynasty, whatever you want to call it. At least we kept it about football, though.
Because you weren't allowed to talk about anything else.
Yeah. I know, but I mean, clearly that was done for a reason.
Yeah.
But at least, number one, Roger Goodell did everything in his power to try and stop us. You could just tell Goodell hated the Patriots.
Yeah.
Hated them. And
I mean, did Bill really give him a lot to like, though? Did Bill try to be friendly with him?
Bill didn't try to be friendly with his own kid. Please. You know the answer to that question. Come on, man.
We're on Cincinnati.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. We're on to Cincinnati. For just for reference, you guys are just shy of 43 million in cap space.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
not
I feel
a.
like we can do a lot with that.
So that's funny because last I saw we were like 52. I wouldn't have thought that we had more cap space than you. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to go up like 30 million this year, like it did last year. Like, just when's this cap bubble gonna burst? Is my next question.
Pretty much the same time as the economy.
No, I mean, still, that's plenty of cap room to sign a couple like big boy contracts.
That's plenty of cap room to fix our offensive line.
Yeah.
The 49ers have this basically the exact same amount of cap space, to be honest. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
We need. So first things first, priorities. Gonzo needs to be the highest paid corner. Excuse me, in the NFL.
Is he at the end of his rookie contract?
I believe so. He's due for an extension.
Okay, I was gonna say, if you can ride that rookie contract as long as you can with how good he's playing.
No, we got to lock him down for. I don't care how much it costs.
He's getting 30. He's getting 30 million a year. There's no question. He's a lockdown corner.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Again, why was he not an All-Pro this year? Blows my mind.
I don't know.
He is on the final year of his rookie deal. He can sign the club option for his 5th year, but usually in this situation, this is when teams renegotiate the deal. So yeah, you're right, Ryan. It's time to pay the piper on him.
No, don't piss him off with the 5th year option. Just go ahead and lock him into a contract now.
Yeah,
well, they'll have to pick up the 5th year option, but you extend him as well.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we will. Now that if Belichick was there, he'd be gone already.
Trade him for peanuts.
Yeah, literally trade him for like an 8th round draft pick. No, the draft's only 7 rounds. Don't care. Trade him for an 8th.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
So he was because he was spectacular in the Super Bowl.
he
Not
needs.
just he's been spectacular all year.
Well, I mean,
he's
I've
your-
only seen him in the Super Bowl. So
Besides signing a big free agent, I think you still should consider signing a wide receiver if you can. But in house for sure, you need to get Christian locked in.
Yeah. I wouldn't say no to AJ Brown.
there's not a lot of people that would say no to AJ Brown.
No.
we wouldn't say no to AJ Brown
now than they would a couple of years ago.
What about Brandon? We still own his rights. We'll trade him.
Ayuk?
Yeah, we still have his rights. We haven't released him.
Too much drama. I don't need all that baggage.
I'm saying, like, I'm sure Eric, you talked about it too. Not to make it a whole tangent, but like, we could if we want to. We don't technically have to release him.
No, I mean I would try to get something for him.
Yeah.
I just don't know who. I want to know who wants to still trade for that. I want, whether it's you, whether it's Vegas, whether it's, I don't care.
Steelers.
Who wants
Cleveland.
to still trade with us versus just us releasing him? Like,
Cleveland
I don't.
would.
Someone that doesn't. It's someone that doesn't want to get into a bidding war with other teams for him. I mean, they just want to be able to just have him and have him outright. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, right? I mean, Ryan, you're more than welcome to knock on our door and make us an offer. It probably won't be that high.
I mean, think about it. Like think about it. If you're the Browns and you want Ayuk, right? I mean, if he's a free agent, he's not going there. He's going someplace else, right? But if you're the Browns and you give us a 7th round that can turn into a 6 if he plays X amount of snaps or whatever, now you've got him on your team, and there's nothing he can do about it except mope and be petulant again if he wants to. But that's the chance that you take if you're Cleveland.
And hey, Ryan, here's another bonus for that. None of his contract is guaranteed.
Ooh, it's tempting.
We could not void the money outright, but none of the 3 years on his contract are guaranteed anymore.
Too bad I'm not calling the shots.
Paying a player basically a la carte, like game to game, pretty appealing.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I'm just saying. What else is there? What else is there optimism for?
To watch out for is Trey Hendrickson from Cincinnati.
Yeah,
because he's like the only bright spot on that defense.
He's the only player that plays defense.
Yeah,
pretty much.
The Colts showed that it was not a coaching problem because Lou did phenomenal with the Colts defense when he left Cincinnati. So clearly it is a culture problem and a roster problem because the culture brings in the roster. They don't maximize them. And I think that Cincinnati's bad enough that they just brought in bad players to begin with.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that.
Do you think you guys need to take a swing at anybody on defense? I
would swing at Trey Hendrickson for an edge rush. I would also take a look at like who's available at the linebacker position. See who's in the market.
Do you need more of a run stuffing linebacker or a pass rushing linebacker or a coverage linebacker? What kind of a linebacker do you need?
Pass. Because like our run defense has been pretty good all year, except for in the Super Bowl. But overall, our front's been solid, but we needed somebody on that to, kind of like get around the edge and like collapse the pocket a little bit. We kind of lacked that. A lot of our pressure came from the middle, which worked, which was great. But we need somebody around that edge. We needed like a DeMarcus Lawrence or a Von Miller back in the day.
I see, like a wide. I get what you're talking about.
Well, you guys play
Yeah,
a 3.
like
You guys play a
totally
3-4, right?
What's that?
You guys play a 3-4 instead of a 4-3, right?
Yeah, we're 3-4.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you need that Von Miller type on the outside.
Yeah, like I'm not saying go out and get the next Von Miller, but just somebody who can sort of cause pressure from the side, and then you get Milton Williams up the middle, and I feel like that would make a big difference.
Okay. On offense, are you fine with obviously we talked about wide receiver, but like you don't have to change the runner. You don't have to change the running backs. They're both still young under contract.
No.
But would you say that like behind obviously some more veteran experience on the line, like would you want to change the tight end room a little bit? Like add some dynamism that like Hunter Henry and your other tight end like don't necessarily have. I'm not saying they're terrible by any means, but I mean, when you go from Gronk to Hunter Henry, I mean, that is a little bit of a difference in the talent pool.
If you go from Gronk to anybody, there's a difference in the talent. So,
do you think your tight end room needs to be upgraded at all? Like, I guess is my targeted question.
I would keep Hunter. He's been pretty solid. I know he and Drake have a really good connection. I would see about replacing our other tight end, Austin Hooper.
Yeah, he's a journeyman. He's bounced around a little bit.
Yeah, and he's getting up there in age. So I would see about maybe bringing somebody in to replace him. We also got to see what happens with Stephon Diggs and his thing.
I don't know. Do you think he's worth trying to take a swing at re-signing?
Well, he's under contract for 2 more years.
Oh, that's right.
He's got some legal drama.
Yeah, he's got some legal issues pending.
Yeah,
so we got to find.
And he just lost his baby mama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just fumbled Cardi.
Oh, man, so shocked.
That's gonna be, that's gonna be interesting. I don't know. Were you guys smart locking him down for more than 1 year?
I mean, I think we were, because he's shown up for us. He's, kind of matured a little bit on the field. Off the field, that's debatable. But like in the locker room and in the huddle, and the guys really love him.
That's good.
And you just like watch his press conferences and everything, and it's like, oh, yeah, he's kind of grown up a little bit.
Okay.
Do you think they'll keep him though? His cap hit this year was only $8 million, but he balloons up to $26 million and $26.5 million next year.
Does he have void years?
No.
I don't see them getting rid of him. I really don't.
They gotta do some if him not having void years is mind-boggling to me. They have to convert some of that into a signing bonus and make void years.
$6 million of his contract guarantees fully at March 13th, just as an FYI.
Okay.
Yeah, no players. I don't know if
them getting rid of him. He's been a real mentor to a bunch of guys.
I don't know if you could answer this, but speaking for our general manager, he loves to make void years and layered incentives and this type of bonus and that type of bonus. And he is not afraid to let somebody max out all 5 years of the void years if possible. Do you know if your general manager likes doing that?
Having had Bill Belichick for a GM for 20 years, I have no idea. I'm just being honest, because Bill would cook in all sorts of shady shit. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
But he would sign guys for peanuts, like a literal bag of peanuts. So yeah, I don't know about our GM's tendencies, because we didn't really, like, this past off season was the only time that we really signed anybody big in Milton Williams. And the year before that, we didn't sign I don't even know who we signed. Like, it wasn't.
Yeah. Your big signing was Matt Collins. Like,
Right. Yeah, exactly.
No, that's funny. I was just curious. I know you guys are obviously not in the same boat as us. We had to do contracts the way we did because we were trying to keep the band together, and then
Right.
we had to have our big purge this year. So
Right, but I feel like it's kind of going back to what I said, before this year, nobody wanted to come to New England. Nobody wanted to come play for Gerard Mayo or with Jacoby Brissett or Mac Jones. Nobody wanted. It's cold. It's wet. Nobody wanted to be here. You guys, you're appealing. It's California. It's the San Francisco 49ers. It's, Kyle Shanahan. And, people seem to like Brock Purdy. So I'm curious how this offseason is going to go, because now we got Vrabel, we got Drake May. We're kind of putting ourselves out there a little bit. We're a little bit more. We have more personality than we have in years past, and I know that does play a big part in where players sign.
I see you guys as scrappy, and I think that Vrabel can still pitch this as like the basement floor to an extent. Like, yeah, you made the Super Bowl, but like, this is what I did in year 1 and year 2 of this quarterback. Like, we have a phenomenal cap situation because he doesn't get paid. Really, they could bust his balls and not pay him for like 4 years if they really hammer at him. But this could still be pitched as a basement, like, get in now at the ground floor.
Yeah, it's just a question of, will guys want to?
I think they will. I think you've got a lot of opportunity there. I think anytime that you got a team that goes to the Super Bowl like your team did, especially after turning it around from where they were the previous couple of seasons with a new coach, with a young quarterback, with a team that does have a good defense. I think that you can recruit some talent there. I don't think this should be a real problem for you to get some free agents to come in this year. I don't think you'll have to overpay people to come play for you. I don't think that'll be a problem. So I think, your division is not overly strong. You really just have the Bills that you have to beat.
That's what I was going to say next was, who knows what's happening with Miami with Tua and a new coach. The Bills still have Josh Allen, but now they have some roster turnover they have to do. They got a new coach, and then the Jets are the Jets.
Yeah.
Like,
the Bills got the same coach, just a different name and a different body.
Yeah, you could argue that through their gosh, we don't have time for it, but like, man, they threw McDermott under the bus.
Yeah, they really did. I mean, I remember texting you, Dan. I texted you that morning. I was actually in Disney World. I was in Magic Kingdom. When I texted Bills fired Sean McDermott. And I remember saying, like, I think it was time for a change. But then they go out and just hire Joe Brady, who was calling the offense to begin with. Like, it seemed like such a lateral move.
Their story made no sense when you listen to, like, the blame game. They were trying to talk out. Oh my God! They were trying to talk out of both sides of their mouths, and like, I'll agree. I was with you when I first heard the news. I was like, okay, like, he's hit the wall like 4 years in a row. Sure, it was literally the same argument I was making for Baltimore, but then they were like, oh, but no, the culture's fine here. We like the establishment that we have here. What?
Yeah, why'd you get rid of him then?
What?
Yeah.
Was it McDermott's fault or wasn't it? You can't say both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, wait, you wanted to draft a wide receiver, but he didn't? Or he wanted to draft him, but you didn't? Like, which one? Like, oh my God, that was funny.
This is the argument we're making, that like, your division is very winnable for the next couple years, probably.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now, did Drake May's performance in the Super Bowl concern you from a larger perspective, or do you think it was just a one-off game, too much pressure, too much defense by the Seahawks, or are you like, is this maybe what we have at quarterback?
I am not as concerned about him as I was with Mac Jones. I remember, when I told that Mac Jones story, about him throwing it in triple coverage. Not once did that. I was not getting flashbacks to that moment.
Okay.
I think it was just too much pressure. The offensive line just wasn't up to the task.
No, they weren't.
At least the left side of the line wasn't. The right side did all right. The right side was doing pretty good.
You had two rookies going against Ernest Jones and Williams and DeMarcus Lawrence. Good luck.
Yeah, and I think that's what it was. I don't really put a lot of it on. Are you guys still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Sorry. I don't put a lot of the loss on Drake.
Okay.
As much as I do the offensive line.
Okay.
I think there could have. Was it you, Dan, that I texted where I was like, Drake needs to go Cam Newton on him? And
Yeah.
just walk.
That was at halftime, I think.
Yeah. And because he was moving. He was moving with his legs pretty good. And I think the pressure just got to him.
Okay, that's fair. I just wanted to kind of pick your brain there for a second and see if that kind of made you go, ooh,
I'm
wonder.
not ready to call it yet.
Okay, that's fair. I agree with your assessment. I think that there were so many times where I saw the left tackle just get pushed back into Drake's lap that it was just like, I don't know what the hell he's supposed to do with that, but okay. So
Dude,
yeah,
it was so bad.
Yeah, I agree with
Morgan
you.
Moses over to double team whoever was going up against him, and that still wasn't enough.
No.
I will agree with you guys. Like what I say with Purdy, like where maybe Purdy's a little limiting physically, but the most important thing is between the ears. Drake May definitely has it between the ears.
Yeah, he's a smart kid. He'll use this. He'll study it. He's not going to be a bust. He's not going to be one and done. He'll be back.
There's too many good things that he showed in the regular season, I think.
Well, he was second in the MVP voted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he lost by three points or votes or whatever.
It was one vote.
Just astounding.
Yeah, it was one vote. And I'm pretty sure that vote went to Herbert.
Okay, that argument, I read that argument for Herbert since you brought it up.
Solid point.
I read that argument for Herbert and it made sense. Like
it did. I read it too and I was like, you know what? That's hard to argue with.
What is this team literally without him and playing behind a terrible offensive line?
Overall without him.
Like, yeah, no, Eric, that argument low-key made sense.
I think that Herbert played very well last season. He carried that entire team. He had you talk about a bad offensive line. My God, the Chargers offensive line.
That was the guy's argument. That was literally the guy's argument.
The Chargers offensive line was even worse than the Patriots offensive line was in the Super Bowl. I mean, he had nothing to work with the entire time. So, I mean, I don't doubt that at all. But, so it's a very valid point.
God, it's too funny. I would say Houston Texans bad offensive line. Ooh, excuse me.
Texans offensive line is bad too.
I mean,
there's a lot of bad offensive lines.
One last thing I'll throw out there is, I think you guys, I think at the immediate, like right now in this vacuum, your future is a little brighter than Seattle's because from what I've seen, a lot of these players that we just saw make impact for Seattle are due for contracts.
Yeah, including Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, they're not letting Walker out the door, but like Kobe Bryant's up for a new contract. I saw.
Isn't Darnold only signed to a 1-year deal?
No, he's under multi-year contract.
I was going to say he was at least 2 or 3. But no, Seattle's going to have quite a bit of roster building that they're going to have to deal with. But the one benefit that they have is John Schneider is a awesome GM. It pains me to say it, but
he's probably one of the best GMs in the league right now.
I like, just from an objective, I take my Niners hat off, like looking at Seattle just as like from a more business perspective, they are a hell of a well-run organization. They really are. The Allen family did a great job with it. John Schneider is a great GM. Like it's amazing that they missed the playoffs in this kind of drought that they had up until now. Really.
How much do you think that franchise is going to sell for?
Oh, dude. Get out of here.
A lot.
Oh man. Yeah, that if you missed it, the Allens are going to sell the franchise now. Like that, it was decided before the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I saw that wasn't that announced on like Friday or something?
Yeah, I actually looked it up because I was talking to my wife about it. I was like, I'm pretty sure the Allens are selling the Seahawks, but I'm not, because I remember hearing about it when he died, but then it just kind of went in limbo and there wasn't any movement.
Do you think they're regretting that decision?
Let me wipe away my joyful tears of memories with $1,000 bills.
So the Commanders sold in 2023 for $6.05 billion.
There's no way the Commanders were worth that.
Oh man, dudes, what is Seattle going to be worth? Especially now, like how inflated is it going to be from being a Super Bowl champion? Like
it's got to be double digits.
Oh, dude.
I was thinking 10, right? 10 billion?
Yeah, I was going to say like 10 or 11.
10.
Oh, well, the Lakers just sold for 10 billion.
Are they as big as the Lakers? That's a good question.
So the Lakers sold for 10 billion. And where the question is whether the Seahawks are as popular as the Lakers. I would argue that football is more popular than basketball.
I would argue that the Lakers are kind of different.
I think the Lakers kind of transcend, kind of like how the Yankees, like that Yankees NY is just New York. That Lakers LA, that kind of transcends just basketball. Do I think it would get close? I think the NFL just being the NFL, though. I think opening bid might be 10, or I don't know. I think it will get close to that, though, just because it is the NFL. That is a very fair point.
Mm-hmm.
That Lakers sale was June of 25, so not quite a year ago.
I mean, it's going to be around there. It's got to be around there. What did the Broncos sell for? Look at what the Broncos sold for. Because that was the Waltons and Walmart money.
Sold for $4.65 billion.
Oh, I didn't realize they were that lower than the Commanders.
So the Commanders are worth more than the Denver Broncos.
So the Broncos sold for $4.65 billion in 2022. And then the Commanders, 3 years later, sold for $6.05 billion in, is that right? When did they sell that?
Well, we gotta think too that the revenue.
Oh, the Commanders. So a year later, the Commanders sold for almost $1.5 billion more than the Broncos did.
Well, I just thought about this too. Think about the revenue streams, how different they are between basketball, baseball, and football. Who has the least amount of games? Like, who has the least amount of alternate jerseys? Who gets the most coverage? Like, yes, it's the NFL. Like, and who's getting a really big stranglehold on the international market? Like, basketball and baseball do have international markets, but like the NFL's like running headfirst into that, but to play catch up. Like, I think though, because the NBA and baseball both have more games, I think that's definitely going to be something that's worth going into that too, even though the media deals are probably richer in the NFL. Like I'm spitballing. I don't, does any of that seem like to track, like, or does the amount of games not matter? Maybe we need an economist in here.
I don't know. The NBA is interesting because like once the NFL dies, like, because the NFL's done now, right? And for another 6 months, essentially, until preseason starts at least, NBA takes over. I mean, NBA will be on all the time. It'll be on virtually every day.
2 months. Because opening day is not until, or no, like almost 3 months. Because opening day's in April, isn't it? Late April.
Yeah, but even still, people don't pay attention to early season baseball. Early season baseball doesn't matter.
I don't pay attention to baseball until like August.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. So NBA runs things all the way through
baseball. June. I love baseball. Go Phillies. I don't pay attention until August.
Yeah, so the NBA runs everything all the way through until the finals are over in like June or July or whenever that is. So I mean,
what's also weird is not weird, but like the NBA playoffs start around the same time as opening day for baseball.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is mind blowing. Like they go that like it takes that long. People just playoff basketball. It's like Jesus. Yeah, and again, baseball has 182 games. I ain't sitting around and watching all that.
Yeah,
I got shit to do.
I feel that. Thinking of things to do though, I would love this episode to go 2 hours, but there are we are at a time constraint. I see the time that we're at right now, and I mean,
we have families.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm keeping the open invite, like for you, like if times are, if something, open invite. We love having you on here. Like you are awesome to come in, like, and because again, I would always say that you are our anonymous Patriots insider, but now I will just say, oh, Ryan told me this.
Yeah. Not Ryan. Ryan's committing insider trading with the NFL.
Yes. But no, we couldn't pass on the opportunity to have you here for Super Bowl coverage. So before I wanted to say that before I got into our second sponsor, wrapping up the show, we my wife's gonna get mad if we go to 90 minutes. Who is our
wait till you have a baby, Dan.
Yeah,
seriously.
These shows will be 25 minutes and done.
Yeah, for real.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
Can't lie though. I am very excited to join the dad club.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Until
they look you dead in the eyes and they call you a punk.
That sounds very personal.
Or if you're in the case of my son, he looks down at you and says you're a punk.
Oh,
yeah. I've seen pictures. Your kid is tall.
He's 6'5".
He's getting there. Mine is 4, and he is almost 4 foot tall.
Oh my gosh! Wow, dude, he's gonna be tall.
That's what happens. That's what happens when your dad is 6'3" and his mom is 6'2".
Yeah, I'd say so. So.
Man, I don't even know. They're awkward transition. We need to. I need to give the shout out to our sponsor, Royal Retros. What is Royal Retros? Well, Ryan, Royal Retros is where you go to get yourself an authentic throwback jersey. Whether it's football, basketball, baseball, any of the major sports, they got you covered. Check out the Candlestick collection. It's curated with the Bay Area in mind. Get a Niners jersey, get a Baseball Giants jersey, and use the promo code Shady Sports to get 10% off of your entire order, not just specialty items or anything like that. Your whole cart, 10% off when you use the promo code Shady Sports at checkout at royalretros.com. It helps us out, it helps everybody at the Shady Sports Network of programming out. Again, promo code Shady Sports when you check out at royalretros.com. Go get yourself an authentic throwback jersey today. Ryan, I just called you out because I wanted to remind you, because you don't read this every week. We also are selling t-shirts. Why are we selling t-shirts? We were inspired by a lack of accountability that we determined was there with the owners or not with the owners. Players get in trouble the second that they're arrested. It's already on social media, but the owners, it's definitely not that fast. It could be months, it could be years, it could be a couple days, but owner standards are not the same as player standards. So we started a hashtag owner accountability because we think owner standards need to be greater than player standards. And to put our money where our mouth is, we have made t-shirts, but on top of that, we are not making any money from the t-shirts. All the proceeds from these t-shirts are going to Mountain Comprehensive Care Center. It's a wonderful women's shelter in Kentucky, helping women and their children get out of sticky situations. We had them on the show about a year ago, year and change ago. But look up Mountain Comprehensive Care Center in the title. It was a great conversation, and all these proceeds again are going to them. This is just our hashtag. This is our statement shirt. You pick the color, you pick the style, a t-shirt, a long sleeve, a hoodie, or a crew neck. You pick your size. It's made to order, and the pricing starts at $22.99. The next shirt, if you want to rock our cover art, regardless whether you're listening to us or watching us on YouTube, is at the start and end of every video. You can rock this in a t-shirt. Again, it's made to order, pricing starting at $22.99. Our alternate cover art, the goalpost with the peanuts, again, made to order, same deal. Pricing starts at $22.99. James has rocked this on camera quite a few times, and it looks great. And then what I call our minor league baseball alternate identity shirt, even over football, it's a peanut with a bowl of peanuts and his Niners hat, patiently waiting now for the start of free agency in a month, I guess. I guess that's the next exciting event that's coming up on the calendar for us. But if you want to rock that on a t-shirt, it's there as well. It's at bonfire.com. The link specifically to our store is in the show notes. And again, there's information on Mountain Comprehensive Care Center in the show notes as well. And again, we just want you to have a cool shirt and know that you're helping a family in need. Probably the fastest I've ever read that. Before we boogie, well, we might, Eric and I are going to talk off mic about scheduling. We are lightening up the schedule a little bit now that we're in the off season. I have a kid on the way, so that's maternity leave is happening, or paternity leave is happening, coming soon as well. That will probably interfere with draft coverage, maybe. I can't remember when the draft is, but
end of April.
Yeah. So yeah, we just have a lot of things to discuss. I will make a solemn vow to be better at the social media presence going forward. I will leave you with that. Is there any late breaking news that we can just have a hot second reaction to before getting out of here?
Ratings for the Super Bowl are out.
What?
The ratings for the Super Bowl are out.
Oh, I thought you said the rings. I was like, the rings don't come out for another month.
No, the ratings. So the ratings, the Super Bowl averaged 124.9 million viewers across all of the platforms that it was on. So now that did fall just shy of the 127.7 million viewers that watched last year's Super Bowl on Fox. However, it is the most watched program in NBC history. Bad Bunny's halftime show averaged 128.2 million viewers. That makes it the fourth most watched halftime show behind Kendrick Lamar, Michael Jackson, and Usher.
Nice. I will say I proudly watched it on Peacock. They streamed it in 4K, and it was beautiful. The Dolby audio was amazing too. I highly recommend cutting the cord if at all possible. Ooh, excuse me. Ryan, did you watch it on cable or stream it? Or
no, I was on Peacock.
Right on. Yeah,
it was great. 10 out of 10. No notes.
Shout out to Peacock. It's definitely one of the more underrated apps out there, and that's my that's my free streaming plug.
If they would like to sponsor the show, Peacock, please feel free to do so. We would all appreciate free Peacock. Peacock subscriptions,
dude. Seriously, here's 3 reasons to get Peacock. Amazing sports library, which right now has the Olympics, which is amazing. Complete coverage of the Olympics was outstanding. Sunday Night Football too. The Universal Library is amazing for the new movies, and they have a surprisingly deep TV library that rivals Hulu. I will send you my direct deposit information, Peacock.
Yeah, they also have
Right.
basketball and baseball now too.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
My plug for Peacock is they have the Despicable Me movies on there.
Yes. Dude, that DreamWorks library, Shrek's on there, Despicable Me, How to Train Your Dragon.
So as somebody with a 4-year-old son, Peacock has been a lifesaver.
Well, there we go. Give it. We'll Peacock reach out to our representatives and we'll work something out. I would love to be sponsored by Peacock.
Put that in the show notes.
Yes. Promo code.
Yeah.
Promo code nuts for a month off.
They'll also make this canon with How to Train Your Dragon too.
Yeah. Well, with that, guys, we will keep you updated on the schedule. Again, the offseason is going to get a little wild for us. There's also obviously not that much football to cover, but we'll keep you posted. James will be back. I promise you he's not fired. He will be back. And I'll make a solemn vow to keep you posted on how things are going in the offseason with the episodes, so it's not so random. But yeah, Ryan, again, thank you so much for coming for these Super Bowl episodes.
Yeah, great having you on, Ryan.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Anytime. Ton of fun. Love you guys.
Love you too, buddy. Our outro music is River Road. And yeah, just enjoy the off season. We'll catch you all later.
River Road, you got me running way back home. River Road, you got me running all night long. You got me singing some canal boat song. River Road, you got me running all night long. River Road, where have all the women gone? Have they kissed her hand and waved you bye-bye? Have they thought about crossing your double yellow lines? River Road, they love the way you winding.